Okay, boys and girls, what's this? One would immediately say, well, that's a Telecaster, but it's a Tradition caster, I guess. Yeah, it's an import. It's a Tradition Jerry Reid signature, but it's not the Jerry Reid that's spelled R-E-E-D, it's R-E-I-D. I think he was a musician with what, Porter Wagner's band or something. I had to look. But this is an Indonesian guitar. Not tremendously valuable on the trade market, but not a piece of junk as far as a player's guitar. So you can see a jillion fingerprints, marks, things. It's nice and dirty. Nice grime going there under the pickguard. Hey, she's a beauty. Faux gold hardware there. Probably plated. So, why is this here? Grover tuners, at least a good start, if they're real. Okay. So, why is this here? I can see the reflection of my what's above, so at least it's shiny enough. Hello. Okay, so this is here because the owner wants to sell it, moving on to probably a fancier, nicer guitar. But at the same time, this guitar is not a piece of junk. It would be an okay player's guitar. Good things we see about it is the neck is straight, the action is reasonable. It could go a little lower, but there's still room on the saddles to go down a little bit more, so that's good. You know, our action at the first fret's not terrible, not great. We can maybe dink with that a little bit. But, you know, it's okay. This is a decent guitar, so we're going to basically be giving it a cleanup, some fresh strings, set up an intonation, and then we're going to put it up for sale in the reverb store to help a friend. There's actually an amplifier that came along with this too, and again, nothing too exciting, but we'll make it work. Okay, boys and girls, if you like our videos, consider donating to our channel. This camera's about to die. So the first thing I see is we have, loose. These are loose. And that's no good. We don't want to crank the holy moly out of them, but we do want them good and snug, so we'll put our little magic tool on there, and hopefully we can find a spot where it fits. There we go. This is kind of a nice little general thingamabob for guitars and amps and things when you have to, for things that don't have to be tighter than tight. It's a kind of a handy little wrench to have. And it also works good for popping knobs off. So I am going to work two-handed because I'm not a lefty. Okay, so that dealt with that. I feel like I want to get the rest of the stuff out of the way so I can just really clean. You know, like move the electronics out of the way. You pop that off. You know, just drop the pickup down, pop the pick guard off, whatever, and then we can really clean and polish that body so it looks better than it does. We're also going to clean our fretboard up. We'll just use our cleaner, and because this is a polyurethane finish, you don't have to be really careful with it. You can just use car wax. Yeah, I know. Some traditionalists are going, oh my gosh, what do you do? It's a cheap guitar, people. Poly finishes are tough as nails. It will do just fine with car wax. Believe me. Okay, boys and girls, so we took the stuff out without, we don't need to take the pickups out to wiring, but see why we take this apart to clean it? Do you see those lines of lovely dirt, schmoo, and whatever? We don't want to give that to anybody. That doesn't need to be included with the guitar. And that gives us a better chance to clean anything up, so yeah. I mean, What the heck? I mean, granted, this shmoo is going to be under the pick guard, but does anybody need any free extra shmoo? No. So we're going to clean this first with our industrial cleaner, and then follow up with some car wax. Okay, so here's an after shot of just a little bit of power cleaner and a little bit of synthetic car wax. People, this thing is looking really much younger. We're going to do the plastic pick guard, we're going to do the back, we're just going to wax this puppy down. Takes years off of this thing. We need to try to clean them pickups too. Get a little bit of shmoo out of them. Okay, so here's the after on our Tradition branded China caster. The metal, you know, cleaned up fairly well. There's got all the shmoo off of it. It's got some pitting. Can't do much about that. But we were able to get all the fingerprints off the body. We got the neck cleaned and oiled and whatever. I mean, I would say this looks significantly better. We're not selling anybody's DNA on this at this point. So I do have the bridge saddles off. They're laying right here, and we're going to put those on and restring it, and then we'll intonate. Of course, me being Mr. Intonation with my Strobocons, I'm probably going to lose my mind with the 3-saddle bridge. Oh well. We'll get it as close as you can get it. And yeah, I'm just using car wax on this thing. Now, for those of you traditionalists who are like, why would you use car wax on a guitar? Oh, look at the results. Why wouldn't you use car wax on a guitar? If it's a poly finish, don't do this to your Gibsons with nitro, please. Okay, so I can probably conclude we're about done here. We got new strings on there, web strings 10s, and we were able to intonate and set our string adjustment and height and all that. And I say, somebody want to buy that banjo ukulele? It's kind of cool. It's on Reverb. Go buy that, okay? I'm tired of looking at it. Only been here a week. We got the action looking really good and low. So I guess we just make a noise with it and then we call it a win. Okay, so let's sound test this thing. It's been officially stroboscoped, so we should be in tune if it can hold for a couple minutes. New strings, you know, they stretch in. But 3-way switch, kind of traditional 3-way switch. Humbucker, and it's coil tap, so you can go to humbucker or single. So humbucker, neck pickup, I guess. Big and warm. This amp is enormous, extremely bassy. This is Mr. Big, it's one of my own amps. So we'll take that to single coil. Both on single coil, that should be your more traditional sound. Turn it up a little bit. Cut it down a little bit. Okay, so that's both pickups with this one in single. And that one's obviously is a single, so push-pull to put that into humbucker, and then we can go back here and we'll have just our bridge pickup, which should have plenty of twang for us. We'll just play that wide open. And yeah, that pretty much sounds like a Telecaster to me. So this is called, it's by Tradition Guitars, and it's the Jerry Reid model, R-E-I-D, Jerry Reid model. And so here it is, and it's been all tuned up here at our shop, and it's ready to go find a new home. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.